All right, traders, George here, and time for a quick update on the S&P futures. I haven't done a video in a little bit. I've been really filtering most of the information out to you guys in the live room, but this is the battle plan that we've been using for quite a while here, looking for trades either bouncing off the ceiling around 1880 or bouncing off the floor here at 1860. So in the prior videos, I've covered a lot of trades throughout this zone here. What you haven't seen recently, in video form at least, are these moves here where we had this move down. Look at that power candle goes straight to the floor, and then this guy here going right back from the floor to the ceiling here. You can really see how the balance beams are holding on to price there, and then this last short that went really well in favor, not all the way to the floor, and then the breakout. Okay, now this earlier arrow here, one of the projection points. So these are all new highs here for the S&P, new all-time highs. The projection points that I had were 904, 923, 930, and then this zone up here is the one that I have calculated to be the key top for this move. So being along north of 1880, go flat now. We're at 48.75, so at 48.50, that's going to book 68 and a half points off the 880 crossover there. So that's $3,425 per contract. You can see the fib dots are still in the mix there, but we're going to exit here, and I'll show you why in just a bit. That move from 1880 had over almost 75 points, maximum favorable excursion there, and you can see we actually had a tail pushing off the top of this 240-minute candle there. So we just scraped the 1956 price point here. We got to 54.75, so pretty darn close, and that's a 240-minute candle there. All right, so there's another almost 60 points of trade activity here that I haven't covered, but right through the same zones that we were looking at earlier. So selling this break below, buying this break above, selling this break below here again, and then going long on the breakout. Pretty pedestrian stuff, but real powerful when you look at the S&P on a higher period value chart. It always sort of shocks people, but you know, it's just price. That's all that it is. So this last breakout here, one of the projection points was this point here, which takes us to 1923, and you can see in that zone we put in a resistance swing, and then that's where this power candle sort of pushed off. So that's what I mean by a resonant zone in the market, and this is a great example because we've never been here before, and you can see we put in a resistance swing and a key support swing in that zone right there. And then obviously this zone here is showing a little bit of relevance right now. So the second drive here pretty steep and all flat on this excursion. So here's one of the drivers, aside from getting so close to hitting this area here, which is a forecasted key point in the market. There are some other things to look at. So here's what I've got to show you. Now this is one of the neat things about the balance beam model. What I showed you there earlier was a 240-minute chart, 120-day look back on a 240-minute candle chart. This is a 30-minute candle, but only going back 30 days. So what I'm able to do now is see where all the trading interest is over the last 30 days, and here's where the trade scenario comes. So being flat right now, we want to see price move about 3 points lower. We take out this swing by a tick, and we travel below this key commitment area up here. Okay. When we break below that, we've got a bit of an air pocket. That's going to take us to our scalper. That's going to be at 38.50, and then a larger scale air pocket opens us up to this more substantial commitment down here. So we're looking at 24 evens as the next target. If we start breaking below this zone here, the main price point to look for would be 1894s. Okay, and obviously we got to get through this spike here at 1910, but that's the main breakdown here of what I would look for to the short side. Now, obviously giving some relevance here and some up-to-date stuff in the live room will tighten this up, but the initial thing will be to get short here at 94.50s on a break below this balance beam. This is what most people don't get to see. They'll just short moves because they're going up or because of whatever crazy idea they think they should be shorting, as opposed to a key price point or a repeatable setup and signal. So with this sharp move up here, little mini head and shoulders top put in, we break down. I know there's a lot of commitment here, so this is a very attractive place to be short. And then it's also a risk controlled area to be short, because if the bulls break it back over the ceiling here, there's nothing to stop us from going up substantially, just like we did right here. This balance beam wasn't here when we were trading here. This is a new all-time high excursion. So north of 51.25 and we're out. So just risking about 6 points there to make quite a bit if it starts to break down. Really attractive. Price needs to move down to trigger that short. Okay, and we'll cover this in the live room tomorrow. I just wanted to get that prior balance beam action covered for you and show you this good short setup here. That'll do it for now. We'll see you back in the live room.